we've reached the grim milestone today of 1 week since war broke out in Ukraine. Let's get the very latest this morning from our security editor, Mark White.
Well, good morning. We've just got the latest information through from the Ministry of Defence, their intelligence briefing from their analysis of what is happening on the ground. And this information coming from them now, they say despite heavy Russian shelling, the cities of Kharkiv in the northeast, Chernihiv, which is north of the Ukrainian capital, Mariupol, all remain under Ukrainian, within Ukrainian hands. Some Russian forces, they say, have entered the city of Kherson, which we've been reporting this morning, but crucially, they say the military situation remains unclear. So those reports that Kherson had fallen, not confirmed. It is unclear, according to the UK Ministry of Defence. The Ukrainian Defence Ministry have just released an image, which I'll explain for our radio listeners. It is very dramatic, a still image, but showing what appears to be a Russian fighter aircraft coming under a missile attack, an explosion, and the pilot of that aircraft ejecting from that. Now, the Ukrainian military claim that they have shot down 5 Russian aircraft in the past 24 hours. We've no way of independently verifying that, but it is coming from them. Other images released by the Russian military, or at least allowing cameras on board, show their helicopters in the sky over Ukraine. It's clear that they have air superiority, but not necessarily complete control of the skies. And we're hearing that more of these Stinger missiles are being sent to the country from the US and various other nations, NATO allies, to help with the effort. And they, of course, can be used to bring down aircraft. In terms of the Ukrainian capital, heavy explosions heard around the capital this morning. We don't know what the potential target was, but in a town just northeast of the Ukrainian capital, Borodyanka, some really concerning images coming out of whole neighbourhoods that appear to have been very badly affected by Russian bombardment, either from the air or from the ground. In terms of what the situation is in these other areas, you heard in that MOD briefing that has just come out that there is very significant fighting in and around Kherson. Images from yesterday showed some Russian forces gingerly picking their way through the streets, taking cover at the sides of buildings and behind trees. Some heavy fighting in and around that city, but they do not, it's not known whether they actually have complete control of Kherson. Conflicting reports coming out this morning. And as I say, with the other cities, Kharkiv and Mariupol, and also Kherson, as I say, they are surrounded, very significant activity in and around those cities, but they remain, at least Mariupol and Kharkiv do, in Ukrainian control at this time. And finally, for the moment, the humanitarian situation is very significant, escalating all the while. Now 1 million people have spilled over the borders into friendlier nations from Ukraine, 450,000 alone into Poland, according to the government there yesterday, and about 150,000 crossed over to Romania.